Good morning, everybody. Welcome.
Hey everybody, how's it going? You always do that to me, Joe. You should hear his countdowns. They're always different. Like the first day, I think it was three, two, one, go. And then the next day that it was like three, and then that was it. And then we just went.
Well, I did the normal like the TV countdown today, where you just do three, two, you drop the one so that you don't accidentally audio into the stream
Yeah, but
itself.
you got to leave space for it, though. You got to
I
leave
did.
space for the
I
one.
did.
He just went three, two, go.
There was some space. I had to make up for that extra time I missed yesterday being late, so I just added it to that extra second.
Well, good, good job. I'm glad. Well, anyway, good morning, everyone. It's the Double Cup of Joe show. I am your host, Joe.
And I am also your host, Joe.
You are a tremendous host, and he's also our producer, which is great. You know, it's interestingly enough, Jesse produces the Don't Worry Wednesday show. We're trying to get him to produce this one too, but he's that was a perfect response because he is not a morning person at all. Like, it's funny. He Anytime we invite him, he just laughs at us too. So, but you guys all look good. We've got looks like Rocco, we got Sparrow, Buggy Gamer, Detective Spoopy Egg, Jack Vision. If you're here too, still, welcome. It's nice to see you guys. And it's Sparrow's birthday. If you
Oh,
didn't see in the chat, and he actually said, "I like how this is scheduled."
oh.
Man, that makes hey, I like how this is scheduled too because I like getting up in the morning. Not very many people like that. Yeah, so we're gonna just go with that because I didn't used to like getting up in the morning, and I'll tell you, one of the things that I like about it, uh, you know what? I'm gonna have to think about that. We'll circle around back to that. Um, but I think generally my days go better when I get myself up in the morning. So I get a
Hmm.
lot more done in the morning than I do in the afternoon anyway. So that's part of my story, and I'm going to stick to it. So, how are you doing this morning, Joe?
I'm doing great. I'm actually awake this time, so I am enjoying this morning for
Mm,
now.
yeah, your dog's awake too, I think too, right?
Yes, but I think Nat's taking it out, so I hope, or they're both gone now and they've just left. Hopefully they come back.
They're like, we're out of here. There's too much noise coming from that room. No, I don't have anything
Yeah,
to do with that nonsense.
and we.
Well, that's one thing about dogs, man. They will wake you up in the morning because they got bodily functions that need to be attended to and stuff.
Them bookshelves.
My bookshelves are back there still, but
Hmm.
I have different backdrops. I'm gonna come up with some other ones too. I was actually just shopping for other backdrops to put, so we could have a little bit of variety. Because now, since we're doing a show 5 days a week, yeah, it seems like you gotta change it up a little bit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
make things a little bit different once in a while. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I hate for any of you guys to get bored with my backdrop. Um,
Yeah, that
but
would be terrible.
your backdrop changes depending on what you're working on because you have your desk sitting there. And
Hmm.
so I can always look and I can be like, yep, Joe doesn't have much to do today. He doesn't have a big old stack of paper. Wow. You've got sound effects too. That's great. I was like, what is that? Oh, it's you. Wow. Well, yeah, you're right, Sparrow. It's 8 shows a week. We went from 1 show a week to 8 shows a week in like a week. Plus, if you go to the Twitch streams, Ryan and Jesse are doing those 4 days a week now. But theirs are a lot longer. They're like 4 hours or 6 hours. I think the first one I ever attended, they were on for like 9 hours. And I'm like, holy cow, man, that's some serious streaming going on there. Like I don't know. I mean, I love you guys, but I don't know if I'm gonna want to sit on here for 9 hours and talk. Cats, hey, yeah, Cats is here. Cats is part of those Twitch streams. We need to get the link up there. Do you have the link, Joe?
I can get it momentarily. I'm
Let's see if I
fast.
get it first.
You probably will. You're faster than I am.
I don't know. Let's see.
Fight. Oh, dang it. I popped out my... See if I could get back to my chat. Oh, no.
Oh, Cats won, man. Way to go.
I beat you, though. Oh, wait, what? Mine says mine's faster on the chat, and then yours comes through our chat with you first. That's really weird.
That's right, man. Because that's the bait and switch right there.
Oh, no. Dang it.
Hey, all right, cool. Well, today, welcome, Death, welcome, Detective. That's a weird thing to say, isn't it? I should say
Yeah.
encrypted death. Poor Joe. I know. Poor me.
Or
Oh, he's talking about you.
Yeah. I lost. So.
Oh, yes. So we're still talking about opportunities today. It's going to be fun. And yeah, but before we do that, we're going to do our 3-step routine. You guys, we've got some audience participation that can happen here. So I want to see your guys' responses in the chat while we do this. But the first step of the 3-step routine, every day, if you can do this, you'll change your life for sure. But step number 1 is think of what you are thankful for. It can be one thing. It can be 5 things. It could be 20 things. Like, really, we do have a lot to be thankful for. But I'm going to turn it over to Joe because he is sitting there looking like he's got nothing to do. So he needs to think. What are you thankful for, Joe?
What am I thankful for? That's a great question.
It is.
Actually, this morning I'm really thankful for my wife and our new dog. We got a quarantine dog because we went out the day before the quarantine started at like the 11th hour, and like, oh, we want a friend for the quarantine, and so we got a dog. And so I'm very thankful for both of them, especially my wife, who's willing to take care of her early in the morning, tired, and doesn't want to get up with us.
She does not want to get up with us, huh?
Oh, no.
Well, that's okay.
Not when we're also staying up until late o'clock at night.
There is that. Yeah, we had a conference call. It lasted pretty long last night.
Yeah, we saw each other less than 7 hours ago.
I know. It's amazing. It was kind of like doing a Don't Worry Wednesday stream and then turning right around and coming and doing double Cuppa Joe in the morning. It's super fun. Nice. So, okay, Raka has functioning hands. Sparrow's thankful for the communities. Joseph, it's Posey. That's a cool name. I don't think I ever... Did you mention that before?
Maybe not. It's just a good plague dog name. If you...
Oh, yes. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. That's the thing.
Yes. we didn't name her though.
Oh, okay. Good. She had already been named. So was that part of your deciding process? Oh, this
No,
dog's name is Posey.
not at all. In fact, Natalie wanted to change it, but she's old enough that it was gonna be hard, so we said no.
uh, gotcha. So that's step number one. Step number one. What are you thankful for? It's gonna set your mind looking in the right direction because you're gonna be thinking positive. 10 out of 10. Plague dog name. You got it.
Mhm.
Um, so step number two. What are you looking forward to? Now we're going to shift from what we're looking at in the past. We're going to look forward to future. And what are you looking forward to in your life? So audience participation, you guys type it in the chat. What are you guys looking forward to? Joe, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the projects. Dang it, I said that last time. I'm gonna switch it up. I still am looking forward to the projects we're getting on. We
Me
talked about that
too.
last night, but I am looking forward to going into work today. Actually, um,
Are you
don't.
going?
Yes, I'm going. So
You going to? Wow, you're gonna. Wow, you've been
yeah,
invited.
yes. Well, I could always technically go. My work is especially the work I'm doing today, is quote essential. So I can go in, and I'm going to go in so that I can offload all of my old stuff that I have at my house and change it out for new stuff, and also hopefully just see where we're at. Always a good thing. So yep, I'm looking forward to rolling into the work, getting some things done.
Wow, you're gonna lose the cabin fever after 3 days of working and being stuck in your house. Get to go to work.
I mean, you call it cabin fever. I call it like fun. I mean,
Oh yeah.
well, I'm one of those weird people who's like, oh yeah, I'm in the house still. This is great.
You know, I I think yesterday I did not do inspections in the field. Like I was it was a total BSS day, which was awesome. Which is different than a BS day. But
Bunch of BSers.
bunch of BS going on. Um, but it was great. I didn't go outside once. I was just in the house. It was awesome. So I'm
Wow.
with you. I think that's great. I would like that. However, I understand sometimes when you're cooped up for a long time with nothing to do, it can get crazy. But you've got so much to do. It's
Mhm.
incredible. But yeah, all right. Rock is he's looking forward to using his functional hands. Sparrow's gonna get that cake, which is awesome. Because it's birthday cake. What kind of
Mm,
cake is it gonna be, Sparrow? That's what I'm wondering. Is it gonna be chocolate? Is it gonna
funfetti.
be funfetti? Yeah. Detectives detectives getting Animal Crossing. I saw for the first time. I experienced Animal Crossing for the first time yesterday. I actually I watched Senna on Twitch play Animal Crossing, and I was like, that looks like a pretty fun game. So I've been hearing a lot about it, and when I saw her playing, I was like, I'm gonna let's watch. That's gonna be good. So yeah, so that's awesome. Um, you owed it. Nice. Katz is looking forward to the next D&D stream with Static and Jesse and Princess. The Twitch chat, the Half-Life game. Just gonna wait 10 years.
That's some patience, though.
Nice. So talking about cake, did you realize that there are two kinds of different there are two different ways of looking at chocolate cake?
There.
Yeah.
No, I
There's
didn't.
there's Southern style chocolate cake
Okay.
and there's chocolate cake.
Wait. Okay.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now it might just be my in-laws chocolate cake
Oh.
because my father-in-law grew up down south, and they swear up and down that chocolate cake is yellow with chocolate frosting. yellow cake with chocolate frosting.
Okay.
Like, that is not chocolate cake. Chocolate cake is like brown. Chocolate flavored cake itself, right? Also with chocolate frosting.
Well,
I can see your mind is blown right now.
I think rather than southern, I mean, so the cake is regard, you don't regard the frosting in regard to the type of cake it is. So like there's sponge cake and like
Mm-hmm.
pound cake. So chocolate cake would therefore have to be like chocolate flavored. And then if you add chocolate frosting, it would be double chocolate cake.
Yes, thank you.
That's how I think. Chat, you're gonna have to tell us. I mean, don't get me wrong. I prefer the yellow cake with chocolate frosting too. But that's technically yellow cake with
Yeah,
chocolate frosting.
with chocolate frosting. It's not chocolate cake. I'm sorry. And what the cool thing is none of them ever watch my shows, so I can talk about them.
And they'll still make you cake because if they knew that you were.
Detective says they're both chocolate cake. You have ones where the cake is chocolate, then you have sponge cake with chocolate frosting. They're both chocolate. They both have chocolate flavor. Yeah. Like, do Americans call sponge cake yellow cake? I don't think so. Sponge cake is kind of its own thing, isn't it? Guess I don't know.
I just don't like the idea of having sponges in my cake. Use those clean dishes. So if I called my cake sponge cake, I just wouldn't want to eat it anymore. So
But yeah.
even if it is yellow cake is sponge cake, I'm still gonna call it yellow cake because I don't clean my dishes with cake. That'd be weird.
Well, you don't want your cake to taste like dirty dishwater either, like
Yeah,
that dirty dishwater cake. That'd be kind of nasty.
gross.
But nice. Wow, we're in the middle of the 3-step process. Actually, this is fun. Uh, we haven't even gotten through that. So yeah. So step number 1 is, what are you thankful for? Step number 2, what are you looking forward to? Step number 3 is, what are you going to do today? What kind of action are you going to take today to move your life forward in a positive direction? And I pose it to you guys in the chat. What are you doing today to move your life forward? Joe, what are you doing today to move your life forward?
Okay, well, normally I try to pose it against my what I'm looking forward to because that really is like, oh yeah, this is something I'm gonna do. The problem is that's just I'm gonna drive to work, and that's pretty straightforward. Um, so instead, what I'm gonna do today is really reach out to some persons of interest regarding our discussions from yesterday to uh, really bring people on and engage some people in some opportunities that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Because, man, it is way easier to do things together than it is to do things on your own. So that's all I got.
I agree. I think, and it's fun to see BSS start to expand our borders a little bit, if you will. And
We're
we've
invading.
been, what's that?
We're invading other.
We're invading. Yeah, exactly. We're invading your lives. So yes, we've done so with more shows. So yeah, Katz is going to watch YouTube, play games, never have a plan. Wow, well, that's a plan right there.
Mm-hmm.
You're planning on watching YouTube and playing games? That man, I'll tell you, that is fun. And you know what? With the streaming that people do nowadays, I mean, you can really be talking to other people. You can be having fun. You can play games. I remember what I remember the first time I heard about the concept of playing games and streaming it, or making videos of you playing games. And when I learned how popular that was, my mind was like blown away. I was like, really? Because I'd rather play the game. And then I started watching people play games, and I'm like, this is actually fun. and depending on the person can make it more fun or less fun depending on commentary to some extent. But man, I remember watching, and I was like, these guys are actually fun to watch. Like I could watch this for hours, and then I found myself doing that, like watching it for hours, and I was like, wait a second, I have stuff I gotta do. Dang it! Now what am I gonna do? So, Sparrow, we are invading your sleep schedule. Yes, that's true. We're also invading Joe's sleep schedule. Um,
Yes. You see what
we're invading Joe's wife's sleep schedule. We're
we're just
invading.
invading sleep schedules. Of
We
course.
need to invade Jesse's sleep schedule. Everybody go and start a support ticket, please.
Yep. BSS
At
that
BSS,
studio.
go to bss.studio, go to support technical. I'm just
Just,
kidding.
and just
Don't actually do that.
tell them that the show needs support.
Be like,
This could be great.
we need to we need to invade Jesse's life. It's gonna be fun. So anyway, but that's a 3-step process. I'll tell you, when I started doing that about a year ago, and it changed everything. It changed my whole outlook on everything, and it really is so simple, and it can just take a minute. If you got people talking about it and getting derailed, then it can take 10 minutes, like ours just now. Or maybe 15. But most of the time, it only takes about 1 minute to go through that cycle of what are you thankful for? What are you looking forward to? And what are you going to do today in order to move your life forward? And it's crazy how much that changes things. But so today, what's with the opportunities tab? There's an opportunities tab?
It's a tab? I thought it was just.
Do
Oh
we have a
no.
tab?
Is it? Do we click it?
Where's the opportunities tab? Oh, it's not a tab. I thought you were talking about a bss.studio. We have an opportunities tab. I was gonna be like, really? Oh, that's cool. The orange thing. That's just a describer of what we're talking about today.
Mhm.
So yes, so today we're talking about opportunities and specifically how to tune your mind to not miss them, because there are opportunities everywhere. And
Oh.
frankly, we just don't notice them. That's the
Yep.
truth. I miss seeing opportunities all the time. And then I will learn about them later. And I'll be like, oh, wow, I totally missed out on that one. The cool thing is I don't ever have to feel regret for missing an opportunity because there are thousands more every day, which is great. So, but we just have to open our mind and be willing to see the opportunities all around us all the time. So I'm going to turn it over to Joe, and I would love to hear what he has to say about staying open to opportunities, being able to see them, look at them, all that stuff. I think it's going to be awesome. So, Joe, take it away from me, please, before I just talk too much. You're not taking it.
No, I'm just gonna leave it with you.
I can't
No.
stand the silence.
Just kidding. So.
If you leave the silence, I'm going to fill it.
Oh boy, no, no. Anyway, thanks, Joe. Yeah. So just talking about is just being open to opportunity, and including the opportunity to take the conversation on. It's there's a many ways like you can actually close yourself off to opportunities that are available to you, and most of the closing off that you do is self inflicted. Most of the time, when you close yourself off to opportunities, it's not because like some outside source is preventing you from doing things and you're being encroached on by quote unquote the man. Most of the time. Oh man, I'm
That's
too
because you're
old,
the man,
Joe.
Joe.
I am the
Joe,
man.
you're the man. Miss Mullins, you're the man. Thank you, Charlie.
What's that from? What's the
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if
yeah,
somebody in the chat knows.
yes, chat references. So,
Yeah.
in terms of what you can do, I mean, there are many, many opportunities available for you, but it's more about setting your mind in a way that you don't miss them, you don't let them go by. So, in regards to that, we've got a couple of things you probably don't want to do if you want to keep your mind open to things. First off, you don't want to tell yourself, I can't a lot. If you tell yourself, I can't a lot, that's really going to limit a lot of your opportunities. Now, limiting opportunities is different than being open to opportunities. Like, obviously, if there's things that you legitimately cannot do, you should not focus on those opportunities and focus on the ones you can do. Um, and that's one of the ways you remain open to opportunities. If you're focusing on opportunities that you can't take, you're closing yourself off to opportunities that you really could. So, being able to understand these opportunities are available for me, and these other opportunities are not available to me
Mm.
is a great place to start for being open to the opportunities that you should be able to take advantage of, that you will want to take advantage of. Obviously, I don't know if you've ever been a part of something where you got halfway through and you couldn't do it, but those aren't the kind of opportunities that we're talking about. Um, we're talking about the opportunities that you can really just seize on and just make a difference immediately in your life and in the life of people around you. So, um, the other thing that you want to consider is where you set your mind. Um, so, like, one of the things you can do, shameless plug, is show up here every day
Every
and
day.
just except for the weekend. I mean, you can watch reruns, which is great, but um, setting your mind in the right way every single day will open up opportunities that you didn't know existed
Hmm.
every day. Um, what we encourage you to do is keep trying our 3 step routine for the next few days and just see how different it is from normal. You're going through your normal day. How many more opportunities do you see in the morning? How many
Hmm.
more opportunities do you see in the evening? Because you were already in the right mindset. You were already in that place of, hey, I'm going to take advantage of whatever's thrown my way and do the best I can with it. So having maintaining that mindset of uh, seizing the opportunities will really seem it gives you the perception of opening up opportunities, even though those opportunities were always really there.
Hmm.
And that's if I keep talking, Joe will never get to, and we'll just leave. So I would prefer to hear from Joe. Joe has
What?
wisdom many years beyond me, many
You said
millennia.
I'm old. Is that what you're saying?
No, experienced, experience.
Experience. Oh,
Many,
yes.
you're many levels ahead of me.
No, I think you're right. I'm pretty old. Um, so he said, I think it was Amira on Don't Worry Wednesday. He said Joe is all perpetually 19 or something like that. And I'm like, that'd be great, man. 19 forever. With all with the stuff I've learned since I was 19. If I
Hmm.
could be 19 again, oh, with that knowledge, holy cow, there'd be some different stuff. That's for sure. But no, Joe, I love what you're saying because yeah, the 3 step process, all these things that can keep your mind positive, anything that you can do that keeps your mind positive will naturally open your mind to opportunities, to being able to see all that kind of stuff. And one of the things that I've been more and more proven right about lately is avoiding the things that close your mind to the opportunities, because there is that out there too. And that's I, these days, especially with all the craziness going on, with all the with this virus and everything. I mean, if you spend any amount of time of watching the news or a lot of stuff on the media, it's just going to stop you. I mean, I learned just the other day, I was listening to that and I was seeing the effects of that. And I'm like, these guys are brokers of fear. They're fear brokers. And I'm like, that's what they do. Like that's how they get people to watch, is they stir up that emotion and everything. Like it's always about bad news, which there's a song called Bad News by Static P. You should go watch it. And Joe's going to post a link, I think.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I already did.
Tricked you.
Hint, hint, post a link. But but there's so much. I mean, there's always going to be stuff that's bad going on in the world. Always. Why do we need to spend our whole day filling ourselves up with it? You know? Because all that happens then is we close our minds. We start thinking about all the things that are bad, and then we're afraid to try anything. We're afraid to do anything. I remember hearing a quote by Henry Ford that said, "Opportunities are all around us. They always just, oh, what is this?" He said something to the effect of, "Opportunity always comes dressed in overalls and looks like work," or something like that. Which is true, because a lot of times opportunities, they cause us to have to work. Like, we got to do something. We looked at doing this show. We were like, hey, there's an opportunity. People are around. People aren't able to go anywhere. We can do these shows, and it would be great. But you know what that means? It means we got to get up early. It's like, that looks like work. That doesn't look comfortable. That doesn't look like fun. My bed looks comfortable. We we got to figure out how to do streaming. We got to set up all the streaming software. We got to keep Jesse up late at night, helping us figure this out. I mean, there was a lot of work involved with putting all this stuff together. We got to come up with a logo. We got to come up with an end screen. We got to come up with a beginning screen. We got to, we got to do all this stuff, and it's work. But you know what? I wouldn't trade it for anything, because I enjoy being here with you guys. I enjoy being here with Joe. It gives us some extra time together, and hopefully we can impart something that's valuable to you guys, and also promote things that are going on at BSS. Because seriously, we just want to spend time with you guys. We want to do life together with you guys, because it's way more fun when we got a whole group of people that are thinking positively, that are finding opportunities, that are oh, you're watching in your bed. New format, the in bed show.
You imagine?
Let's do that, man.
Just in pajamas, just. Oh, my wife would kill me if I was still in bed. She's trying to sleep there, and
good morning, welcome. Blah, blah, blah.
I would get shoved out of that bed so fast.
That's great. So anyway, but just I think my takeaway on this has always just been, all right, there's positive information and there's negative information. And I know that if I imbibe in negative information, what happens is I focus on negative, and I totally lose sight of opportunities that are around me. When I focus on positive, when I put positive information in my brain, what happens is I have hope. And with that hope, I have more vision. With that, I can see more of what's going on, because, man, the universe is infinite. There are opportunities all around us all the time. There are more and more opportunities at BSS. I mean, if you guys could see our meeting notes from this week, it's ridiculous. If you could see column G.
Column G.
from our meeting notes. Column G is becoming a new term for us because that's kind of like the column that catches all the new stuff and new ideas and all that. It's just, and I'm like, we're gonna need an army of people to help us with this mission. So it's gonna be great. Sparrow, you want to start a new story? You should do it. Absolutely. And as you're working on it, post it at bss.studio. I'd love to read it. I know. You're like, I posted one, Joe. You didn't read that one.
Joe.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. It's gonna be good.
Well, if you come back on Monday, you can just post it in this chat, and then we can force Joe to read it. And
that's right. You post a link.
Maybe. I actually don't know if they'll let us, but you can try. Oh, yeah, you can try, and we'll see what happens.
Do you need to be a moderator to post a link?
I don't.
That might be.
I don't know how YouTube works.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, we'll figure out a way. You can find us on Discord. And yeah, oh yeah, if you have any topics that you want us to talk about, we should do that too. We should post that link.
Post the link.
Here's that link. And it's actually, I think I finally put it in the notes underneath the show in the
Yes.
Oh no, not yet. It's not on this one yet. It'll be there on Monday. We're working out all the bugs. We're working on everything. It's gonna be good. So anyway,
bugs. I hate bugs.
I know you want to just stomp on them,
mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's gonna be good. So that's what I got about opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, there's right now there's not much more to say. I mean, we've got. I mean, there's a million things we could say, but we'll go ahead and leave it mostly at that. One of the things we really want to stress on is focusing on what you focus on during your time here in quarantine, because it's really easy when you're idle and when you're not doing a whole lot to have your mind just latch on to whatever. And now is the time in which you really have to be focused. You really have to make sure you know what you're reading, what you're watching, and what you're doing, so that you don't take yourself down a path that you really don't want to go on. It's it's funny to say, because when things happen that you don't like, it's easy to look back and say this is what caused it, but it's harder to look forward prospectively and say I'm going to do this so that it doesn't cause that. And this is one of those things of what you focus your mind on now is going to affect your future greatly. So taking the time to just look at, hey, is this good for me right now, is really important. And it's really hard because, frankly, sometimes the stuff that's good for you is dressed in overalls and looks like work. So, especially if you find overalls uncomfortable, like. But it's really how it goes. Is most of the things that are really gonna be productive for your life, really gonna encourage you, maybe aren't the most exciting things. Maybe they aren't the easiest things, but they are the things that are gonna change you for the better. So as you're going through, keep a lookout for those overall looking things. If you don't know what overalls are, Google them, and that way you know what work opportunity looks like.
It looks like overalls.
It looks like overalls.
No, it's dressed in overalls.
Well, yeah, but I mean, then you know, like, if you see overalls,
then you know for sure. Oh my gosh,
that's a pretty good definition.
It's opportunity. I never see that around. Overalls never just show up on my door. No, that's true. They don't. But I think that's great. I've been thinking of onesies instead of overalls. Oh my. Babies are dressed in onesies, and they definitely look like work.
But they are an
Yes,
opportunity.
they are certainly an opportunity, man. I'll tell you, my kids are great. Um, but yeah, I love what you were saying, Joe, because there is the mundane, kind of boring side of working, and sometimes that can be uh, a little bit stressful or just a little bit monotonous or whatever. I got to do this again. I got to do this again, and I'm going to try again and whatever. But really, what happens is if you can keep your mind on what you're shooting towards, then all the little mundane things that you got to do in order to get there, they start to become fun. If you just keep your sights locked on, oh, I'm going here. So all this is just the pathway there. And then all those little menial, boring tasks start to take on life. They start to have meaning behind them. And then you're like, oh yeah, this is just a step of that process. We're going there. I don't necessarily like having meetings that go for like 3 hours and last really late before I have to do a live stream. I'm not all that big of a fan. I like hanging out with everybody at BSS, but
We could hang out earlier.
we can hang out and play games. That'd be way better. But because of where we're headed, it's exciting. It is super exciting, and yeah, I think we're gonna have to have some shows about topics of dreaming and visualizing and like casting a vision and stuff like that. I think that would be fun to have some shows. But anyway, you guys are awesome. I can't think. What do you think, Joe? You got any last words? Got any last words?
You don't see me. You don't see me. You see me? Can't hit what you can't see. No, I think we kind of summed it up pretty well. I like please, if you have any ideas of things you want to talk about, they don't have to be, this last week we've gone over ideas that specifically deal with like quarantine because that's what's going on in life now. But that isn't necessarily what we need to focus on or what we need to talk about. If you have anything that you just want to discuss in the morning, hang out with us. We talked about cake for the first half of this
Yeah.
broadcast. So we love any kind of topics that you might have, but most of the time we're going to focus on something that's encouraging to you and also uplifting and building you up. So continue to think about things like that, things that are good and noble and worthwhile. Those are the things that we want to set our minds on, and we want you to set your mind on. So feel free to drop those topics into BSS Studio, where Joe has our link available. We would love, love, love to see your input, know where you guys are at, and see what you're thinking. So, in regards to today's topic, I don't have anything else. I think Joe covered it quite well, and
Yes, you
so
did. Speaking of the third person again, Joe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
It just happens.
It's a way of life, That's kind of how it works. But yeah, Sparrow's got one. Awesome. Yes, go to BSSS Studio, post it there. We'd be glad to talk about it. We're gonna wrap up this show for today because we got stuff to get to today. It's gonna be an amazing time. But we love you guys so much, and we're so glad you are here. We will be back on Monday morning, bright and early. It's gonna be earlier than Joe likes.
Oh, speaking of the third person again, Joe.
That's right. It's gonna be great. So you guys are awesome, and yeah, come back on Monday. Come back. DWW. Don't worry. Wednesday is tonight at 9:00. We will be here. Ryan and I will be on and going through. We've got a whole list of topics from a bunch of you guys, and it's going to be great. So everything's just going to be great. If you listen to me, you think everything's great. It is. Even the things that stink. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Don't fret Friday. I stand corrected. He also corrected me. You'll notice that Jeff is our is our detailed fact checking guy. He's good. Because like I said, the quote was from Henry Ford, and I totally jacked it up, and he found the quote and reminded me it's from Thomas Edison instead. Nobody got the movie reference though.
No, sorry, Joe.
That's all right. All right. We'll just leave it out there.
So if you were watching this after we broadcast and you think of it, comment it
Yes,
below
put
the
it in the
video.
comments. Somebody will get it, I'm sure. But all right. Well, thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Oh, you didn't hear it? Oh, Miss Mullins, you're the man. Thank you, Charlie.
You're welcome, Joe. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping out. We will we'll go ahead and leave you to your day. Thanks for stopping out, and we'll see you Monday. Monday,
Yes.
3 days from now. Be here or else.
What happened?
We're back.
We're back on?
Yeah, this is why you don't produce and be part of a show at the same time.
Because you click and then you click back.
Yep,
So that's what happens.
yep, and then we're live again, so it's great. So
Hey, welcome back. It's another episode.
yeah, we're back again. It's 5 minutes later. No, I didn't want to. We didn't want to leave without saying goodbye. So
Yes. We love you guys. We'll see you on Monday for the Double Cuppa Joe show. Come back tonight for Don't Fret Friday. And yeah, just bookmark and subscribe and ring the bell and all that kind of stuff. That way you'll know exactly when we come on. Because you'll get a 30-minute warning.
30 minutes. That's lots of time to like prepare yourself, get snacks, lay down in your bed again,
Yeah.
and just enjoy the show.
Sounds like a good idea.
Catch you guys later. Bye.
Right. Bye, guys. Love you.